welcome to the Bflycrochet YouTube channel. My name is Julie and I live in the Montreal area in the province of Quebec in Canada. For today's video, I would like to share with you something that I've decided to challenge myself and do in 2023. So with the New Year's, it always comes with new resolution and stuff, but I would like to focus more on my knitting and crochet and have more intention with those and try to challenge myself. So in that state of mind, I've decided to challenge myself to do a year in this year, in 2023, to do a box of socks for my family. So that is inspired by Julie of Twin Stitches Design. Julie has decided last July to do a box of socks for her and her hubby. And she, along the way, made some videos on updates and everything and how everything went. And I found it really cool, and I think it's a really great gift for your family and your loved one to have some socks that are knitted, that you have taken time to do during a certain period. I know I do have a full-time job and 2 children, so I know I cannot do that for in course of few months. So that's why I've decided that this year in 2023, I would love to make some socks for myself, for my husband, for my son, for my daughter, and if I had time, also for my mom and my dad. So I really, really want to challenge myself and to do a few things that I've never done. So what I've done is I went in all of my project bag and I dig through and I look at everything that I have now. And I have, for now, 9 sock whip. That is a lot. Out of those, I have 5 pairs that are for some members of my family. So I've one for my husband, one for my son, one for my daughter, one for my dad, and one for my godson. So what I'm planning to do, and of course, if you would like to join me in this journey, I would really love to. And maybe along the way, we'll challenge ourselves and do a few things along the way, so along this year. So what I've done is I went to Walmart and I grabbed a box, a simple classic box that I went with the height and I said, okay, it's the exact height of a socks when it's folded. So I decided to hopefully try to fill this box of socks for everyone that I love. But especially I want to focus on my husband, my daughter, and my son. So I had finished during the holiday period 1 pair of socks, which was the Rainbow Connection Socks by Kay of the Crazy Sock Lady. And what I've decided to do to motivate myself, I decided it's going to be the first pair of socks in my box so that it's not empty, and so it's a little bit more motivated to know that at least I have made 1 pair of socks. So I will put those socks in the box, so there will be the first pair of socks in there. And then like I've said, I went in all of my project bag and I've count everywhere and I've marked up everywhere that I was, and I want to finish those pair of socks. I have a few pair of socks that are in the second socks, so some of them are on the cuff, others are on the foot, so they are pretty soon to be done. So I want to do that, and I will also want to dig in my stash, and I have a few pair of socks. I also want to do a pair of socks for my mom, I have one skein of yarn over there that is especially for her, and I want to challenge, I want to do some toe-up socks that I've never done in my life. I also want to do some pattern socks. I have done 2 or 3 pairs of socks that are pattern. I want to do more. I will love to do. I had done last year the in the Bridgerton collection by Julianne of Twin Stitches Design, the first one, which is a Duke of Hastings. There are 2 other ones. I do have the yarn for it, so I would love to do that. I also would love to do afterthought heel, 2 out of time socks that I only did once, and I will go and up the challenge and say I also want to design a pair of socks. So I will be working on that. I had a pair of socks that I had just done the cuff, and I love the color, but I was not in love with the pattern. So I decided to change that and make them, they will be my patterns. So I can't wait to jump on that and start designing for that. I have a few ideas in mind, so maybe I will do more than 1 pair of socks and design those. But the thing is that I want to try that, because what I was thinking is that during the year I will make some socks, and then in November and December I would love to buy some cedar box by Knit Picks. They have 3 sizes, and depending on where I will be in November, I will buy few boxes of socks for probably more for my husband, my son, and my daughter, and then they could have each and everyone will have their own pair box, and they will be there and they will have their box of socks. So I hope that you will join me in this journey, and if you do, please comment down below and let me know what are your plans. I don't have a number of pair of socks that I would love to do. I'll just challenge myself to do as much as I can, and at least if I can finish those that are currently on my needles and do not finish any of other one, I will at least have made 9 pair of socks during this year. So that will be pretty amazing. So if you want to join me, please comment down below, and while you are there, if you want to subscribe, I will really appreciate it. Until next time, happy making. Bye.